Yeah, is there?
Yo, yo, yo.
Sorry, I done something to my mic there.
Oh, all good. Woohoo!
I cannot unmic. I can't unmute you.
Oh, I got it.
There we go.
You hear me? Muted me prematurely. You'll need that button later, but not right now.
We're not at that point yet.
This damn thing keeps starting without me. Quit it.
It's nice that you can watch it on your TV.
Yeah, fancy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like your dad's got quite the setup.
Yeah, I may never leave. Also, I have to show you the koozie I found. It's this is it's like an abstinence koozie.
A what?
It's promoting abstinence. Don't let the store put your future on ice.
Please
do they
keep
have
that. Please
I
keep
already
that.
told them I'm stealing it. Like, this is mine now.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
No idea why they have that. I have so many questions. What up, Swede? Happy birthday to your grandpa. It's his grandfather's 80th.
Whoa, nice.
Hey, Gorcast.
Gorecast, Charlotte, Jennifer.
Gorecast actually have a show of their own on tonight as well.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, nice.
What are they doing?
And
where can we find that?
I want to say movie news, and it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think.
Nice. What is up?
I'm so ready to do this.
If anyone didn't know, we're doing Batman Forever, and not just Batman Forever, the one where Val Kilmer fucks a bat.
Mr. Throwback released the Schumacher cut.
I don't want to build that up too much, but I'm pretty sure that is a deleted scene. That is.
Oh my god, I'm here for it.
I really hope it is.
Why is that even a thing?
Because it's nonsense. Yes, exactly. Release the Schumacher cut. No way that can be worse than the Snyder fans.
Yeah, the guy who basically single-handedly killed the Batman franchise for what, 6 years, 7 years?
Yeah, I mean, Batman and Robin was on today.
Oh God!
And I jumped in the car to get some beverages for this, and what was playing? Seal, Kiss from a Rose. And it started right as the car turned on. I was like, wow.
Oh, it's kismet.
It's unbelievable. That's right. Bat love, baby.
Bat love. Oh,
and if you
8
ever get
years.
a bat
Yeah,
in
he
your
killed
house,
it for 8
tennis
years.
racket. by the way.
Oh man.
Tennis racket. It's the only way to do it. It's like a giant fly swatter.
If anybody is watching along with us, if you go into, I think it's everywhere. So Facebook, Twitch,
Can we
and
throw it in the
YouTube.
chat?
Yeah, let me grab it here.
Might as well. Might as
There
well.
is a link in the description, but I'll throw it in the chat now as well.
I haven't seen this in so long. I'm really excited.
It's been so long.
I'm a little afraid that I loved this movie. I'm a little worried.
I was telling Aaron when you went to grab some water or go to the bathroom, I saw this. I remember seeing this in the movie theater. I remember being so excited because I think I was a little too young to see the other ones in the theater, but I saw this one in the theater, and I remember sitting in the theater, seeing the Batman sign on the screen, and being so excited, and then kind of going, "Huh."
I loved it.
Yeah.
I stayed for the end credits because that's the only time Seal showed up. I was waiting. I was really just waiting for the Seal song.
That was
It was on heavy
everywhere
rotation for me.
Oh my God, it was everywhere, that song. Oh man.
When you think about it, like if you think about that song separate from that movie, and I don't know if I'd ever put the two of those together.
I don't know how well, that's why it played during the end credits, because it has nothing to do with anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
How did they pull that off?
It's incredible. That was like that was back in the time when you used to get big artists doing songs for movies. The last one we had was Venom and Eminem.
Didn't U2?
Yeah, U2 did a Batman song. I forget what it was, but they definitely did.
Oh, I did not know that. Or I did.
Yeah, I remember. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, Gorecast was right. Oh, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, for the Trolls movie. He sure did.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget the Trolls?
The U2 song was Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me.
I had no idea that was for anything.
Funny, actually, let me grab something that I bought the other day.
I wish we could play it, but these get taken down so fast anyways. If we play music, it'll be down before we finish.
Oh, Mike Stang's on here.
Mike Stang! Hey, buddy!
Oh, Smashing Pumpkins, too. They sure did. Nice.
Well, Billy Corgan.
Mm-hmm.
He makes great documentaries.
So the soundtrack slaps is what we're saying.
Yes, that is.
So much so I have to go get the vinyl.
Oh!
So good.
Wow.
Yeah, you do love this movie. We were talking about what to do, and I was like, oh, let's do this. You're like, I just watched it like 2 days ago. I was like, okay, we'll do something else. You're like, no.
Oh, so have you seen this? Have you seen this fan edit?
Nope.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's why I'm really interested to.
How much longer is it?
It's 209. 209.
Yeah, I don't even know what the theatrical is.
Yeah.
I can look it up, but I'm not gonna.
I got it pulled up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wrestling promoter, exactly.
201. So it only added like 8 minutes, I think. Oh no, I looked it up. I looked up this fan edit. He took away 11 and added 9 or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah, he took away like the opening credits, and like I read the bit of that too. That was the extent of my research. I read the first 2 sentences of his website. I don't do research.
Oh man,
that is amazing. I assume you have a record player for this.
Yeah. Like if I'm like really into a movie, I'll go and buy a vinyl. But after seeing this again, and then when we were talking about it, I was like, I wonder did I have a vinyl for that, or did they ever release it?
Oh, of course they did.
Yeah, and it just happened to be in like I guess the equivalent what you guys would be something like Best Buy, maybe.
Oh, sure, like a chain, like a retail chain. Yeah,
I was just like in it, and I was in the record section. I was like, I wonder if I check the the soundtrack thing. I was like, they probably won't have it. Like it's a bit like what the movie's like 20 odd years old, and maybe it's a bit obscure for something like that. And it was like the second thing under B, and I was like, I have to buy this shit. It cost me €45.
Whoa!
I bet that's more expensive if you looked at it online. Because if you actually bought it in a brick and mortar, you're gonna get it cheaper than like some cat on eBay.
So I don't know actually what it retails for, what way that works, but yeah, I just couldn't leave there. I was like, nah, I got it. Even that,
You had no choice. Your hands were tied.
So terrible.
But Batman.
It's just it's so glossy and sharp.
77 American dollars.
Ouch.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my
8?
God, amazing. Amazing.
It's the entire movie on vinyl.
A Swedish horror nerd. I always wanted to listen to music from a record player.
There's just something about it.
Mm-hmm.
My parents still have one.
We got one as a wedding present, and we got a couple records, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's so like, I don't even know what the word is. It's just such a full sound. It's just different.
Mm-hmm. Nick Cage was right in The Rock. They just sound better. What do we think? Should we start this puppy up?
Do this. I'm excited.
I'm so
excited.
Tell?
I've been waiting for this.
Very excited.
All right. Well, let's do the countdown.
And now, our feature presentation.
Go.
That's my favorite thing.
Oh, it's awesome. It
does. It's just like an earthy tone. How do I turn this up? There's too many remotes down here. Oh, it's off.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, is it right when I pushed it? I was like, how's this coming through my headphones?
Whoa.
I don't want any feedback. Oh, God, it's been so long. I don't remember anything.
What is going on with that?
Who's this guy?
Well, this guy looks scary. I love the quality of it, too. It looks like it was ripped from like a VHS or something. It's great.
Oh, it absolutely was VHS.
Yeah. Hell's in here.
Supposed to be Schumacher's Arkham.
I guess so, yeah.
It's gotta be, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
I mean, the casting for Two-Face is great, but I would have loved to see Billy D. Williams come back.
Oh yeah.
This wasn't in the original movie, was it?
No, not at all.
Okay. My memory's garbage, but this is like...
Yeah, this is a deleted scene.
This is something.
Yeah.
That guy looks like he should be in a Burton movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The bat must die. Oh, yeah. Amazing.
He actually kind of reminds me, that doctor or whatever he is, he reminds me of you know, the guy who Poison Ivy is working for in Batman?
Yeah, John Glover. Yeah.
That was really fast.
Lex Luthor's dad on Smallville.
Wow. That was some really bad CGI. We went from a Burton character to absolutely nothing like, Burton. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some docs on this movie or on the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always like, "Oh, we didn't make this for children," and then they'll like cut to a McDonald's commercial. It's like Happy Meal toys. Like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. Come on, it's for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's why they scrapped Burton. So like, it's too dark. And I watched a little bit of Batman Returns today, and
so good.
It's kind of messed up movie.
It's very messed up. There's some lines in it where I was just like, ooh.
I just watched the scene of Selena Kyle Catwoman in Penguin's like loft. I guess
that was a very sexual scene.
Just like, I guess I'll just stay here and bathe myself. He's just like,
can I watch?
I channeling his inner Frank Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched all them over Christmas with my 7-year-old son, and like so many times I found myself like doing that heavy like
you had some shit, you knew some shit was coming up, so you were just like
like that scene, or where right before that scene with Catwoman where he's going back up to his like loft thing, and
the button,
she's like, oh, you're the best role model a young girl could have, and he was like, and you're the best young girl a role model could have.
Yeah, he's like, you're the hottest young thing a role model could have.
He's like putting the button on her, and he's like, yeah, get it right in there, get it nice and stuck on.
And then when he walks up, he's like, some people look for power, and he's like, there's more people to grope. Like, that's a line. It's unreal. It's fucking unbelievable. I don't like Jim Carrey, but I remember enjoying him in this.
Yeah. This is like at the height of his fame too.
Yeah.
He's really going for it here.
Yeah, I respect his choices.
Yeah,
I think he's a good actor. I just think he's a bad person.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of behind the scenes things about this movie, and like that's the one thing that everybody did say. Like some people were like, I didn't really like him as a person, we didn't get on, but everybody was like, he just took that role and just like,
yeah.
I've read something recently that he wanted to like shave a question mark into his head, but he was about to get married, so he didn't. And I've told the Tommy Lee Jones, Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey story, right? From this movie.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
It's so good.
Nothing's better than I cannot sanction your buffoonery. I hope to find a setting where I can say that to somebody. That's really all I want in life. Yeah, Kilmer's like certifiable in that job.
Yeah.
I remember being younger and always being like, oh, he really is Bruce Wayne. Like he's everything I thought Bruce Wayne would look like and kind of act like.
This was also like this would never go down as smoothly these days because they just changed Batman for like
So
and it was just like, all right, yeah. Like I was young, so it was just like, yeah, okay, sure. He's just a different guy.
Yeah.
But now there'd be an uproar.
Charlotte says between Kilmer and Jim, that set had to be awful. Funny story, actually. The two of them became really close on set.
Because they're both just eccentric douchebags.
Yeah, they bonded over something weird. I can't remember what it was the Kilmer said, but he was like, yeah, no, we're both into whatever it was, fishing or
just
something.
Catfish or milk steak.
We had like good times. It's like, fuck.
Because they're both clinically insane.
Yeah.
Oh, that neon green. Hell
so cool. Oh, this is the famous dick shot. Nipple.
Bat nips.
He has a lot of gear.
He's Batman. He's the world's greatest detective. He's got to be prepared for anything.
Just disregard everything I just said about like they had some hobby. That's what it was. Both their dads had passed away.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I guess that would be a bonding thing.
Yeah.
Best Batmobile out of all of them. Which one? I'm not saying this one. I'm not saying anything. I'll give you mine.
Oh, man.
Batman Returns.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was really a good one.
Yep, the Burton Batman ones, they're so good.
And I think that's I would say a good 90% of the fan base would either say Returns or 89.
Yeah. Those two are the best. Maybe hot take. I think the Snyder one, I liked it.
Yeah.
And
for
what
honestly,
they were doing, it was perfect.
Yeah. The new Batmobile, which is basically just like a GTO on steroids with a rocket engine in the back, looks pretty sweet too.
Yeah. again, works for exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Batman Year One kind of.
Exactly.
Which I just got.
Fuck yes, that's one of my favorites.
So excited.
What timestamp are you guys at right now?
I am at 8:27, 8:28,
8:30 something. 1. I actually like the addition of Harvey breaking out of Arkham because he just like shows up. He's just
I like
this
that
is our
too.
first scene with him. He's just here.
Yeah. See, it works in this world, but I always like the idea of Harvey Dent having the whole like messed up side, not like clean, like one side super clean cut and the other side is.
Wait, you like it how?
Like Nolan's Dent, where like the one side's all torn and ripped and burnt, but then the other side's clean.
This one's like, I mean, that's kind of what they got going here.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not as gruesome.
Yeah.
Where his eyeballs popping out.
Mm-hmm.
Swedish Arnold says, for me, it's between Barton and Forever. Barton ones are so nostalgic to my childhood. I don't even know if they're good or just
important to me. I think they're good.
First one's good. The first one's good. I keep watching in pieces this Returns, and I'm just like, this is too much for me right now.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a really good, I guess, like a YouTube mini documentary. It's like a Batman Forever retrospective where the guy talks about like how misunderstood the original intentions were for the movie, and the fact that he points out that the movie is way more self-aware, I think, than people think. I think a lot of people slap that in the same boat as Batman and Robin.
Just like the Schumacher ones are camp.
Super camp. They're like the 60s TV show.
Yeah, they're what Adam West would be doing right in that time if they had a budget.
And he talked about it where he was saying we did lean into some of the things that had been done, like with Commissioner Gordon, for example. It's to just make him like a joke, like he's in his like dressing gown and pajamas on the top with the bat signal. He's like, "Yeah, go Batman," and all this stuff. He's like,
"Yeah,
we were self-aware, like that wasn't put in there as like a serious."
Yeah,
I
mean, it's really hard to do it seriously because they got an argument on the internet a while ago because someone was talking about a comic book movie being silly, and that's why it wasn't good. I'm like, they're all inherently silly. They're comic books. Like, and their retort was, "Oh, the Nolan Batmans." I'm like, it's a rich guy who dresses as a bat and fights crime. That's silly. It just is.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, yes, those were good. I'm not saying they weren't good. And I love those movies. But it's all fucking ridiculous. I mean, it just is.
Yeah.
I just wonder what
tell me these are serious things.
Yeah. All the neon on the Tommy guns. Like, why does there need to be neon on there?
I love it. I love it. It's him like walking the line between Batman and Robin and the Burton movies. It's like still trying to be a little dark, but he just can't help himself. I love in the first movie that like Keaton couldn't even turn because the bat suit was so shitty. It was just like this mold of plastic around him, like RoboCop or something. I don't remember any of this.
Me neither. I don't. God, it's been forever.
It's been at least a decade since I've seen this.
You know what though? Like, as bad as this is, I remember being a kid and being like, "Holy shit!"
I love
of course.
Every second of it. And I don't even think it's bad right now.
No, I mean, this is we grew up in the perfect time as superhero fans because this was really the first time in our lives where they made huge, big budget superhero movies. I mean, what's the first one? Superman with Christopher Reeves. But then other than that, like it's
Yeah,
Superman,
we were
and then
starved
it's
for any
Batman.
type of. Because every comic book thing they did, they'd use the name and they just changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the Bryan Singer, that creep, X-Men movies, like he wouldn't put them in costumes. He put them in like all leather and shit because he's like, that's too like dumb and silly. Like
too on the nose or whatever. Yeah.
Like Kevin Feige was on that, and he like snuck comic books on the scene because he like banned comic books from the set, and Feige was like a low level producer, and he like brought him on to like because Hugh Jackman didn't know what Wolverine was.
Yeah.
He's like, here, read these.
Well, it just shows you how smart Feige is.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I always had this scene in my head as the bank vault scene as part of the Clooney movies.
I will say, yeah, when I hadn't watched
I thought this was I was like, did we just watch the wrong movie?
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a Deathstroke max. Or
yeah. It's boiling acid. Wouldn't that be burning out the bottom of the vault though?
Acid is like acid and quicksand. I thought I was gonna encounter so much more in my adult life than I have growing up. It was always acid and quicksand. That was I thought that was gonna be like 90% of my adult life was avoiding acid and quicksand.
Yeah, to answer the question, Nicole Kidman is in this. I totally forgot to, and yes, she is thirsty as fuck.
Is she Vicky Vale?
Meridian Chase.
Oh, Vicky Vale
was
in the original.
Yeah, Vicky Vale was Kim Basinger in the first one.
The minute I heard that name, Meridian Chase, I was like, wow, that like I had like crazy nostalgia. I was like, how ridiculous is this entire movie?
Yeah, the second you said that, I was like, oh, yep.
Well, isn't Chase Meridian? Chase Meridian is like a bank?
Potentially, yeah.
I think it is. Anything Chase, I don't know. Dr. Chase Meridian. What happened to Vicky Vale?
Yeah, all she does is stalk after the Batty. That she does. Oh my god.
That's bad CGI.
Yeah. And I always remember being like super intrigued when I was younger about you know, the city they had created there with those huge statues in the middle of buildings and like it just to me like it felt like when I think about like the animated series and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, that's the way Gotham City is.
Yeah, I mean the animated series is in my opinion, that's the best Batman we've ever had.
It's so good. It's just the storytelling. The storytelling that they could do in 22 minutes is amazing.
And something comic book fans hate is introducing a new character not in a comic book, and they did that. And that character is huge and has had movies of their own. That's impressive. Because Harley Quinn didn't exist in the comics before that.
Yep.
Oh, we get our trope. How you know a bad guy's a bad guy? He kills his own men. That is my favorite action movie trope.
The other day I watched Batman The Mask of Phantasm.
That's amazing and still holds up.
So good. I watched it with my kid and even he was like, that was like really, really good.
I saw it in the at the Egyptian Theater here in LA. They were doing a thing it was like a 25th anniversary or something, and the voice director Andrea Romano did a Q&A beforehand. It was great. And seeing it on 35mm print, it was awesome. That's
something DC does so well is their animation, despite somehow fumbling Injustice.
So Swedish Nerd said, so when I was growing up, the MCU was just starting, so we can argue who grew up at the best superhero time.
Oh, you did. I mean,
You did for
we
sure.
had nothing.
We had nothing. I guess I meant to just say is that
We're currently living in the best time.
Yeah, it started with our generation.
Yeah, I think, yeah, and I know what you're saying about. I do think that maybe, not to say now, obviously the MCU and stuff is like crazy and like super popular. Like we even seen it a couple of weeks ago with Spider-Man. Like the whole world went like insane.
I still haven't seen it yet.
I do get what you're saying about, you know, at the time when this comes out, it's like, you know, everybody, I think even, you know, children, women, adults, teenagers, it's like, holy shit, it's a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's no longer like the nerd that goes to comic book stores. Like, it's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, because now it just gets to be like,
now you're weird if you don't watch these movies.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
there was when we were younger, there was a Captain America movie. It's the best because he doesn't seem to have any superpowers, but multiple times to steal a car, he's in a car with a guy and he fakes getting car sick, and the guy comes out to see if he's okay, and then he just runs and goes and steals the car. He does it twice.
Oh my god!
It's unbelievable.
So yeah, that thing you were talking about where Jim Carrey was going to have a question mark shaved into his head, that was scratched because he was doing court right after or during this to.
That's what it was. It was for like his kids, like a custody battle, and he's like, I probably shouldn't show up to try and get full custody of my kids. The question mark. That's exactly what it was. I knew it was something.
This is crazy. Ed Begley Jr., what are you doing?
What time are we at again? For some reason, my thing just closed.
I'm at 2007, 2008, 2009.
I'm like a couple seconds ahead of that. I'm going to pause it for 2 count. There we go. I don't remember any of this. This is fantastic.
I remember that he could steal like people's brains or like their intelligence.
Yeah, I remember the device where he's got like a lava lamp on his head.
Yeah, it looks like a lava lamp with like popcorn in it or something.
But I don't remember this scene at all. We got an angler on the screen.
I remember this one, yeah.
We got Trout flopping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's Joker's great.
Oh, he's the best.
I like oh man, what's his name? Alan Tudyk's Joker.
Alan Tudyk played Joker?
In the Harley Quinn series. Everyone needs to watch that. The first like 30 episodes of our show, I think I mentioned that series every single time. I love it so much. It's so good. Ron Funches is King Shark.
Oh, yes.
Tudyk, actually, I think he plays multiple characters in that. It's so good. Kaylee Cuoco is Harley. And she doesn't do the Brooklyn accent. She just does her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's come back for a 3rd season, too. Watch those first 2. They're so good. They're so violent. And, like, I don't know how they exist, but they're so great. See? She knows. He knows, too. Yeah. Edward Nygma, he's got some Zuck vibes. Definitely. That's what he wants. He wants to do like VR and like get inside all of our heads. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh no. I deleted my Facebook a while ago, and that felt good.
Gorecast is looking for a time check.
22, 15, 16, 18, something.
Same.
Ish.
Oh, that's right. He yeah, I remember this.
He's supposed to be so smart. Like he couldn't figure out the length.
Yeah. Originally, I think when Tim Burton was supposed to do this movie before they basically pulled the office and went like, this is not going to work. He was quoted as saying, "I always hated titles like Batman Forever It sounds like a tattoo that somebody would get on their lower back when they're on drugs or something.
It does. I mean, it makes no sense. Like,
or some kid would write in a yearbook to somebody else. I have.
Yeah, it's a yearbook thing. That's exactly.
Totally.
I have high problems with some of those titles. And then it just says it was rumored that Barton was considering the title Batman Continues.
I mean, that at least makes sense. Like, that's a word that applies because he is continuing. Forever doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. He is. That's true. I love Joe. Next.
Here's something I never really understood, to be honest with you. And I'm assuming most people have heard this, anyone who's ever seen this movie, about some of the original or rumored castings about, Robin Williams to play the Riddler.
Didn't they offer Robin Williams a part in like every movie, but only to get someone else?
Yeah, as bait. They offered him the Joker to bait Nicholson into taking it, and then with this one they offered
because
and he was like, fuck you. You used me as bait.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
Oh yeah,
he got fucked with a lot considering like he also got fucked with Aladdin Genie. He had some weird stipulations of like, I can't be the main focus of the movie. I can't be on the poster in this way. Like, and they just were like, nah, we're just going to do what we want. That's why he didn't come back for the second one, but he came back for the third one because they had a new studio head and the guy sent him like a Picasso or something. And he was, it was like, he was so touched that he came back. No, he wasn't touched. He just got like a $12 million painting.
Yeah.
That was something I don't know if I could ever get behind when apparently Tim Burton was like pushing big time to have Marlon Wayans play Robin.
I think that would have been awesome. I think that would have been awesome.
He had been pushing, I think, when they wrote the original
There's
script.
an interview, he's on like, Marlon Wayans is on like Leno or something. He's like, yeah, I was supposed to be, and I got like $250,000, but I never played him because the movie didn't happen. Like that was like
he was supposed to be in the '89 movie, and then they cut out the Robin role. Then he was supposed to come in Batman Returns. They cut it out again.
Yeah,
and I think then Burton was like, "Well, I need him in the next movie." So
yeah, he got paid for it. He got like $250,000, but he never actually did it.
DiCaprio was supposed to do it too, but he turned it down.
Really? He was also supposed to be Spider-Man in James Cameron's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What a wild movie that would have been.
Oh my god, insane.
I mean, I love the Raimi one. So, and I just realized today, I know it's known, but it like just sunk in that we get a new Raimi superhero movie soon. In like a couple months, we get a Doctor Strange Sam Raimi movie. That's fucking insane.
Fucking amazing.
I love it. I hope with all the No Way Home stuff that there's enough hype that they go back and do Spider-Man 4. I mean, they'd be foolish not to do like an Amazing Spider-Man 3, Raimi Spider-Man 4. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, do you hate money?
Money.
They're gonna make $1 billion.
I was gonna say money.
Even if they're shit, they're gonna make close to $1 billion. I'll go see it.
Yeah.
I'll go see both of them come back. Easy. And then you have your own universe to do your own thing. You don't have to muddle with the MCU and screw it up like Sony screws up everything.
So Nigma is just rolling up to Wayne Manor.
Yeah, I love that on that shitty little electric bike or whatever.
And don't you think Bruce would have like all kinds of security cameras and
I love at the time it was
like beret.
You wouldn't question any of those decisions. Be like, no, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure. No, this all makes sense.
The Cameron Spider-Man
it is
script.
Insane. Like there's a script floating around out there.
Oh, I want to read it.
It's something. He makes choices. And I want to see it. I don't think it would have been as well received, but I want to see it.
while this is the first appearance of Robin in the series, both the previous films had Robin appear in the early drafts of the script. Kiefer Sutherland had been offered the role of Batman in '89, but
Interesting. Young Guns.
I mean, he was the fucking cat's meow in his time.
He was. It's true.
Lost Boys.
What's
the one where he works with and he makes himself dead? It's the one with Julia Roberts.
He makes himself dead?
I mean, it's like they're like medical students and they make
Flatliners?
That's it.
I love Flatliners.
That movie's
ridiculous. Flatlining! Yes, he does. Yes.
Man.
I almost said that right away, but I was like, there's no way he's talking about Flatliners.
They remade that?
Oh,
they did with
Elliot Page and like a couple other people.
Wasn't the guy from I don't know. I never saw it.
That was the only one. Is Page. It's the only one I recognize. I'm sure there's others.
Yeah.
Here's some other. I want to get your opinions on these. Here are some other rumored castings for people. So William Baldwin for Bruce Wayne, Batman.
William Baldwin? No, thank you. I'd take Alec.
I'd take Alec in his prime. Yeah, around the Shadow time. I loved that movie. I went as the Shadow for Halloween, and everyone was going, "Who are you?"
I've never seen the Shadow.
Oh, it's ridiculous. We should do it on the show. It would be so much fun. It's so bad.
It took everything in me not to do the Glengarry Glen Ross Alec Baldwin part right now in its entirety. I was really close to do the entire thing, all like 15 minutes of it, and I wasn't gonna stop.
What was your? You got another one, Aaron?
Well, I've already asked you to Marlon Wayans as Robin. You guys would be down for that?
Yeah, he's good,
and especially because I mean, it would make people angry now, but it would have really made people angry then.
Pardon my pun here, but shots fired.
That's why it wasn't allowed. Wait.
Yep.
Wow, topical and edgy.
Let's see who else.
We're not in the group chat, Joe. You can't say these things.
Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent Two-Face.
Yeah.
I would have liked that.
Of course, that would have been incredible. Like no shade on Tommy Lee Jones. I love what he did here. It's nonsense and it's crazy. But Billy D, come on.
Robin Williams.
I mean, Robin Williams, anything. Robin Williams, anything.
Him as the Penguin, him as that, him as the Joker. I'll take it all.
I'll take
and
anything.
I love everything that those guys, the actual portrayers, did. But still,
I'm hoping we'll be pleasantly surprised. But I'm not really digging Colin Farrell as Penguin.
He's unrecognizable.
Yeah, it just I don't know. There's just something that I know it's him, and then I look at how he looks, and I'm like, oh,
he's got a. I mean, it's a baffling choice.
Yeah.
He's a handsome man, and Penguin's
Yeah.
Penguin in my head is just Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
but he doesn't look like Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's like he was like the it guy for a while. But he's like a talented as fuck actor.
He's so talented. In Bruges.
So good.
So good.
I mean, The Lobster is so good until the third act when they don't know what to do.
I saw him at a grocery store here in LA and he was wearing a sleeveless Ghostbusters shirt. And I was just like, yep. And he was handsome, incredibly handsome.
He almost suffered from being too handsome. Like if he's like 2 or 3 points lower on the handsome scale, he might have been taken more seriously.
What are these again? The flying.
What do you write about? You say so many things.
About Colin Farrell being potentially a bad casting for.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I've only seen everything everyone else has, but I loved it.
But it's the same as
away. It's like, I got you.
It's the same, I guess. Like I felt really weird about I can't even remember the dude's name playing Batman.
Pattinson.
Yeah. Pattinson got chops though.
I saw his last
couple
couple
movies. He gets a bad rap
movies
because all that Twilight shit, but that dude can act. Watch like what is it?
Good Time. The Lighthouse.
That dude has got
chops.
He's a
for days.
Talented motherfucker. And if those trailers didn't sell you on him, like
any trailer that could, any superhero trailer that could use Nirvana in it, I'm down. That was such a good choice.
This may sound weird and stupid, but my favorite part of that trailer was that when he takes his mask off, he still has the eye black.
Yeah.
It always bothers me because they all have it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they rip it off and it's just like a normal face.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I can't help but notice just from listening to that in the background while you guys are talking there, Val Kilmer, and I can't, maybe it is his voice or they've like doctored or done something to it, but I don't ever remember his voice being that soothing as the way it is when he talks when he's Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want that shit for like my Alexa.
You get the Alexa mod for
or like a meditate Val Kilmer or starting a meditation app.
Alexa mod. I forgot we got to see the Flying Graysons.
I know.
When I was younger, obviously Batman was always like, I guess nearly everybody's first choice. But I went on like in teenage years, I went on like a super like Robin kick. I don't know why.
Because Dick Grayson's a badass.
Well, all I wanted was Robin to be in the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's another reason why I love this one so much.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like he was always kind of hinted at, but they never.
Yeah.
Like Zack Snyder should have made movies in the 90s because he would put little things in there, like in Batman v Superman, there'd be like the Robin costume with like clearly Joker wrote on it.
Yeah.
In pre-internet, it would have been like that would have like blown my mind. It'd be like, oh, there's this other big world, like we don't know what's happening, but no, like we know now. It's just now it's like old hat hacky shit.
Yeah.
But at the time, anytime they gave some little Easter egg, I mean, just Billy D. Williams being Harvey Dent, it was like, oh man, I know what happens. Like, he's gonna. It was easier to world build. You just throw in a couple references.
I love as well how, like in these movies, it didn't really. And I thought about this. I was like, what do the villains actually want?
It is the devil all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. What do they want? Just like money?
Yeah, like because it doesn't really.
They're pure. This is not like what Batman is now. But before it was just like these silly villains, just like causing chaos.
Random. Yeah.
They're. I mean, they all go to Arkham, which is a mental institute. Like they're all just batshit crazy, no pun intended. But they're just nuts, and they're
batshit crazy.
They just do things.
Oh yeah.
Like the Joker doesn't want to ever kill Batman. Like he loves Batman. That was one thing. I just rewatched the Snyder Cut. It took me like 3 days, but I watched it again. And Leto, okay, Jared Leto might not be a good actor. I think we all crowned him as one. He might not be.
Yeah.
One of the things he says, he's like, I'm your best friend. Like in the Arkham games, they do a lot of that where it's like they're connected and like they need each other. It's like a symbiotic relationship.
It's like Ledger. He's like, you complete me.
Yeah. Those are Jerry Maguire.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I like that. They should have. The problem with the DC was Snyder should have been doing an Injustice type trilogy or movies, but like he made Superman like a sad sack. Like Superman's like the most fun, like positive like superhero there is. So
he's like Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're gonna do that, you do Injustice, and I think he would have killed Injustice.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite storylines ever.
So, Two-Face comes out and says, "I want to know who the Batman is, or whatever. Give himself up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop all what I'm doing." And Kilmer says, "You know, I'm Batman," and everyone's shouting whatever. And he seems to take no notice of him. But then I'm just realizing here now, Kilmer gets into the center ring.
Yeah, and he's like cage fighting.
Yeah, he's just kicking the shit.
And like nobody seems to go, oh, wait, maybe he actually is Batman. Why is Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, he just didn't believe him. And I mean, I get that to an extent because, like, the Nolan Batman does a good job of showing Bruce Wayne as just like a rich lush.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Batman?
Oh, that is really tough.
I mean, it's probably the Nolan Batman. I mean, those are the best movies. Like, if we're just talking the best work, like, but I like Keaton. There's something about Keaton's Batman.
Yeah, I like Keaton too. I mean,
you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
That's so unhinged and it's so good.
But he's so still, is what I like about his performance too.
Well, part
his stillness.
Yes, point taken and received.
I mean, if we're talking about animated, Kevin Conroy is a hell of a Batman, and he's played Batman 6-7 times as many.
I like Diedrich Bader too, honestly.
Yeah,
he's really good too. But yeah, it's Conroy. Yeah.
I'm just really curious to see Keaton in the Flash movie. I didn't even really have any interest to see the Flash movie, but then when I
don't
heard
really
Keaton
like
is in it,
what's his name?
Ezra
whatever the fuck.
Ezra Miller.
Do you feel like they're doing that as well, though, just to do they know that? And it's like, oh yeah, and Michael Keaton's gonna be Batman in this. So
I mean, probably. Like, Warner Brothers doesn't seem to know what they're doing. They have arguably the two most popular superheroes, and they they can't figure it out. Like, they refuse to make Henry Cavill actually Superman. Like, they're just trying to push him out as much as possible, and he's the perfect Superman.
When are you guys getting that sound?
I actually liked Affleck, by the way.
I
thought Affleck was a good Batman.
See you later, Charlotte. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That noise. What noise?
You guys not hear that? It's like a echoey.
It's
gone now. It's gone again. I can hear it every now and again.
Yeah.
I think Affleck actually is like a higher tier Batman than people give him credit.
I agree.
He was given shit dialogue, but I think he's good. And yes, Feige is the reason. He took C-list, like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. No one gave a shit about them at all. And now they're household names.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all Spider-Man and the X-Men. Like, that was what's popular.
And Wolverine. Yeah.
They didn't have any of that, and they somehow made that better than the people who had the rights to the popular characters. It's baffling, but incredible.
What do you think of Chris O'Donnell as Robin? And not so much him as an actor or whatever, but just
I think he looks the part.
Yeah, he does.
Do you like the whole thing, like with the earring and the kind of? I don't know. I felt like they gave him like
very 90s.
He's 90s cool guy.
It's of the time.
Yeah, it works for me. I still. This is what sucks about DC. Like, I want to see like a Nightwing movie. I want to see all of these different things. I want to see Damian Wayne come in and like be Robin. Tim Drake, like, or give me some Red Hood. Like, these are incredible stories. They're there. Just do them.
They did them in the animated ones and did really, really well.
Yes.
Under the Red Hood is fantastic. If you have
Jason Todd as the Red Hood is incredible.
Yeah,
and you want to stick with the dark tone. Nothing darker than that with Joker beats him to death with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Honestly, if it were me and I was in charge of that, I feel like I'd be pulling everybody into a boardroom and being like, okay, right, we potentially own just as good as, or if not better IP than Marvel. And somehow, right, every movie they release makes like $1 billion fucking dollars, and then we just keep rehashing shit, and everybody gives out about it, and then we just do the same thing again. And like they have, this is the thing I like about what's happening in the MCU now.
Never need to see that again, by the way, ever.
Yeah.
And again, that's what Marvel figured out. Do I need to see Uncle Ben die again? Sure don't. Never saw it.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't see it.
And
I know Thomas and Martha Wayne die. I got it. We're good. Don't give me any more of that. Even Joker had to do that for no reason.
I think it's probably because they just know that it's so iconic. It's so tied to Batman's identity.
Like,
it is.
Enough.
Oh, I agree.
Enough. And that's why Marvel did it better. They just glossed over the Uncle Ben thing.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I don't need to see that old fuck die again.
Yeah. I honestly think if Warner Brothers literally took, the Under the Red Hood or whatever, the animated movie, and they literally made it shot for shot.
Injustice. Do it all. Like, those are all great stories. Like, stop trying to make a connected universe. Just make good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if they're connected. And I think that's the direction they're going.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. Just make good, fun movies.
Yeah.
That's it. And use these stories. They're there. And they're good. Use them. He's a great Alfred, by the way.
Yeah. So
just old and decrepit.
He played Alfred pretty much through all of these movies, didn't he?
He's like the only through line.
Mm-hmm. Him and Commissioner Gordon. Pat Hingle.
Yeah, I mean, no shade on Pat, but I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
I like Jeffrey Wright being...
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good choice.
Gary Oldman, J.K. Simmons, some great actors to take over the role after him.
Yeah, Oldman was good. I love J.K. Simmons, but that felt weird.
Yeah,
that wasn't his fault.
Mm-mm.
A lot of those movies felt weird for many reasons.
Flew in like a robin.
I forgot we got to see the death of the Flying Graysons. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. Like, show things we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm. Man, he was on top of the world for a while too. Huh?
He was. Him and what's her name that came in and played Batgirl?
Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, they were like biggest names.
Well, I think he was literally getting offered all these roles and stuff, and he was like, I want to get married and have kids. So he's like, I'm going to take a break from acting, and he did for a while.
I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah, he wanted to have a family and be a dad, and
good on him. I mean, I respect that.
Yeah, and then he got hired on what's that, NCIS LA or something, and it's been working and making fucking bank for the last like 15 years.
Those shows are things I've never seen.
Same.
They make so much money.
So much money. It's insane because they're playing all the time.
Yeah, there's like NCIS everything. CSI. I mean, they did the joke on Entourage where he went to go audition for CSI Minneapolis.
For everybody in the chat, what's your favorite Batman? Number one, and number two, is there an actor who hasn't played Batman that you would like to see play Batman? That's a question I want to ask you guys as well.
What I want to see. I'm just so excited for Pattinson.
I'm really excited for Pattinson too. I think he's
that's such an interesting person to put in the role. Who would I want though?
And I
Yeah.
think that's going to be the key to it as well, because I think a lot of people are writing him off and being like, yeah, terrible. It's going to be awful. And I think then when he comes out and has
he's going to be awesome.
He's going to be so good.
Yeah,
it's going to be the Heath Ledger thing where everyone was like, what the fuck's he doing playing the Joker? And then it was like, oh my God, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's a good question.
This doesn't work now, but I would have loved to see Harrison Ford give a shot, like young Harrison Ford, give a shot at Bruce Wayne.
That would have been interesting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could have been fun.
Or a younger John Hamm, maybe.
Oh, John Hamm, I feel like he'd still do it. He'd have to do like a Miller, like Batman Return, like, you know, Dark Knight Returns kind of thing.
I wanted to see when they were talking about doing Dark Knight Returns before Affleck got cast, and they were talking about it was kind of based around that. I thought Josh Brolin would be a great, like, old grizzled Batman.
He would have. Honestly, this movie stinks, but Clooney, he should have been a good Batman. He's perfect.
He got did dirty for sure.
He's perfect for it.
Favorite Batman villain?
I mean, it's hard to go away from Heath Ledger's Joker.
I mean, or even Nicholson's Joker, for that matter.
True.
And then as regards, let's say, take away actors or people who played the character, do you have like a favorite villain?
I can tell you a villain that I want in the Batman universe that hasn't been done yet, and that is Clayface. I think Clayface is a highly underrated villain. And
you're gonna love Harley Quinn then.
Yeah, his
backstory
is great.
The voice of Clayface as well. Like, he does a couple. He's great. I mean, if we're just going comic book movies, I want to see Dr. Doom. Like, proper.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Ruler of Latveria, trying to get his mother out of hell. Like, give me it all. I love Dr. Doom.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's my favorite villain of all time.
Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is, but like, he has a for everything he's doing. Like, he's trying to amass power because he's trying to get strong enough to fight Mephisto to get his mother's soul out of hell. And all the other things he does on Earth are because he's trying to further Latveria, his country that he reigns over. I mean, I want to see a portrayal of Darkseid that's proper.
Oh, uh-huh.
I think
again,
that's what I want to see.
So many characters that could be amazing that they just
Mr. Mixapilix.
I mean, yeah, Batman and Spider-Man, I think, have the greatest canon of
They're the best
villains.
rogues galleries, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to see a proper.
man.
Yeah, this is crazy.
The car just flying up, driving up the. Oh my god, amazing!
I do want to see a proper Deathstroke.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And Joe Mangs, man, Joey Mangs, he would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of his.
God, I love the music for this so much.
It's so just.
Oh my god,
computers.
There's so much left of this movie. I'm never gonna make it. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Do it.
Be right back.
So he's trying to make him like a villain costume.
Yeah, and he's like calling himself the puzzler and shit.
Oh, jeez. And like the internet too, like computers at this time. We always talk about that, how it's just how off it is.
And I don't know why every time the thing I always bring up is Deacon Frost in Blade, where he's like deciphering the ancient text or whatever, and just how the computer looks, and like the concept of like, I remember at the time seeing that and being like, holy shit, computer files. Oh, wow, that's amazing what he's doing. Yeah, I think Clayface would be a really good.
I just remember, I mean, maybe it's because I'm an actor too, but I just thought of that, you know, that actor and he's on top of the world and then he gets in a really awful car accident and he gets addicted to this cream that fixes his face. And then he gets in bed with, you know, a corrupt businessman and gangsters. And I just thought that was such a great story. And there was so much heart in his character. And then he just like turned bad. And I love it. I thought it was great.
I'm very, yeah. The more we talk about that, the whole like DC universe, I'm really surprised that they haven't tried harder to like fix this whole thing, because there's a lot of fantastic content in lore there.
Yeah.
Just surprised. Like, I think they really need to sit down and just figure out, you know, what, because I don't even know what it is, but it's like you've got these two, you know, huge IPs, and Marvel just seem to be killing it. And like,
I mean, yeah, it's Feige, you know, and I just think, yeah, it's whatever Marvel's doing, DC's like, oh yeah, we'll do that. Multiverse, yeah, let's try that. Like, come on, guys. There's so much great content and so much. I mean, the DC animated movies are amazing. They're incredible. Literally just make one of those shot for shot as a live action movie and it would do really, really well. But I don't know.
Hello there.
Welcome back.
What'd I miss?
We were talking about, or Jim Carrey made his entrance as the Riddler. I forgot Drew Barrymore is one of Two-Face's little side pieces.
Wasn't she like too big for that right now, or was this like in her pre-comeback?
Maybe. She was young.
What are these called again? Sugar and Spice, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because they were, I think, apparently Joel Schumacher wanted to call the characters Leather and Lace, and like the studio were like, no way.
Of course he
Schumacher. Rest in peace.
Did he pass away? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's big dead.
Yep. Not that long ago, maybe, but
yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Within the last year or two.
About 18 months ago, I was going to buy, it wasn't a screen used one, but it was a backup Riddler costume from this movie.
Oh,
a Riddler onesie.
I was like that close to doing it. And I was like,
how much?
Can I do this? It was a couple of thousand, and it wasn't even, it had never been used. So it wasn't even like I could brag and be like, oh, it was on, you know, it was.
I mean, I would have told everyone. If I spent $2,000 on a Riddler costume, I'd be like, yeah, Carrie, his balls.
I was kind of telling myself that. I was like, yeah, I'm really, if I do this, if I win this eBay auction, I'm doubling down and telling everybody that, like, he wore this all the time. It's a hero costume.
You have to be like, that's the one. Like during this scene, is that Batman on screen that she's watching? Look at his face. It's so good. His bleached hair is just insane.
Oh, jeez.
Like how? I mean, I'm sure it's like a wig.
That's gotta be
better than a question mark.
Yeah, that's got it. It looks like fake hair.
Yeah, I'm not good at spotting wigs, but there's no chance.
I always used to be intrigued as well by, and I just noticed it with him now, but like the way Robin had the mask that was like stuck to his face somehow.
I was struggling there's a name for that type of mask, and it's escaping me because I was about to say that because I was thinking the exact same thing. And I love that that's like, no one will know who I am. If I put that on, you'd know it was me.
Again, like I love this scene. It's just like ridiculous, like pointless villain.
Yeah,
behavior.
just jibber jabber.
But again, it works. It like makes sense to me because I'm like, oh yeah, this is what the Riddler and Two-Face would do.
Yeah,
if they
that's how their interactions would go. Just nonsensical schlock.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much.
Oh yeah, where he's like doing laundry and showing
God.
off his
his Tai Chi in the laundry. That's how I do laundry. With
I love that he's just like beating the shit out of it.
Yes, they should give whoever handles DC's animation, Mike, you're right. They should be doing all of their movies.
Yeah.
Because they're smart and they
Agreed.
go, hey, these are the awesome stories we have. Like The Dark Knight Returns and The Red Hood and Injustice and etc. and Flashpoint. Make a fucking movie of it.
Yeah.
He does have movie star eyebrows. The Ring with him and Pacino. No. Yeah, it was Pacino. I saw that in the theater. Thank you, Joe. When we were talking about him earlier, I was like trying to come up with the movie of that. I was just gonna call it CIA Boy. But yes, it's The Recruit.
I think I saw that in the movie theater.
I absolutely did. I remember being like, I was still not in the point where I could discern if things were good or not, and I was just like, I guess that happened. I didn't know what to say. It's like I wanted that to be good. I don't think it was. Joe taught me what an adverb was yesterday, so he's a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, this is an added scene.
I don't remember this. Yeah, I'm just looking at her going, what the fuck?
Well, the quality changed too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, random.
What?
I want to see Batman villains. I want to see Scarecrow done like really done. Like horror someone movie. Like that. No. Get Peter Jackson to do a horror Scarecrow. I don't even need Batman.
He's
have him like
for a character, and I'm like, I just hate the way I feel like he's never really been done.
No.
Who's that?
How he should be. Scarecrow.
Yeah. I mean, I love the guy who played him.
Cillian Murphy.
Incredible. He's the fucking best. He can do no wrong. But I didn't have enough of him. Yeah,
no.
Like, give me a horror movie. Like, give me a Hostel like movie that's better with Scarecrow. Just do it like Joker. There's no Batman. There's no nothing. Just have him being a psychopath in an insane asylum.
Fucking with people's heads.
Giving them fear toxin and
There's a movie you should write, Josh.
There it is. That's the spec script.
So there's
I gotta do the Munchausen Sonny first. Oh, that's funny. Nice dreams.
There's a script floating around online, and I haven't read the entire thing yet. It's called Batman Triumphant or Batman Unchained. So it was a sequel. It was a planned sequel to Batman and Robin, and it had Scarecrow.
I feel like I've heard of this.
So the characters in it were Scarecrow was going to be played by Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god!
I still want to see Superman flyby with Nicolas Cage.
Harley Quinn was.
There's a script out there for that too.
Oh really?
Oh, amazing.
J.J. Abrams.
So
there's lens flares everywhere.
So it had Scarecrow being played by
It's the devil all the time. I mean, what time is it? It's the devil all the time. Are you waiting for it? It's all the time. Doesn't matter.
So Scarecrow was Nicolas Cage. Who else?
Scarecrow was Nicolas Cage. Harley Quinn, potentially either Madonna or Courtney Love.
Whoa.
Actually, Courtney Love works.
Courtney Love would have been great.
That
what's that
works.
movie she was in with Woody Harrelson? People versus Larry Flint. She was really good in that.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
Plus, she's just like the dirty, like gross, just like perfect. Where it's like if you were cleaned up and showered, you'd look pretty good. But
and they were
that's Harley Quinn's essence.
They were going to introduce Harley Quinn as Joker's daughter.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
that's real weird.
And the other character that was,
their relationship anyway is weird, but
was Man-Bat.
Oh, love that.
I think Val Kilmer fucks Man-Bat.
So Chris O'Donnell got into Batman's super secret cave just because he like ran into a door. Like what?
Yeah, the Bat computer is slacking.
Yeah, and Alfred's
just there, just giving him the crook eye.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, the script for that planned sequel actually sounded really interesting, and I think Joel Schumacher was actually supposed to direct it again. They had said at the time it would have been the most expensive superhero movie of all time.
This sounds familiar. I think I've heard this too.
So
it's coming back to me.
Scarecrow with Dr. Crane is, so they had kind of two sides of it. It was Scarecrow and Harley Quinn kind of teaming up. Dr. Crane hated Bruce Wayne just because of like everything he stood for, and he felt like it was like the opposite of him.
Yeah, he used to work for him.
Yeah,
and he didn't like your idea.
Yeah, they were going to kind of into it, and then Harley Quinn's character was going to
revenge for the Joker.
Yeah, but against Batman. If that makes sense. So they team up, and they come up with this plot to drive Bruce Wayne and Batman insane and land him in. They don't want to kill him; they want to send him to Arkham Asylum.
Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of this.
I was just watching something today. I think it was a Batman comic, like explained, and it was like, oh, we can't kill him because he'll be a martyr. We have to. No, it was Batman Returns. That's a line in it. It was. He was like, they were like, he's like, we're gonna turn the Batmobile to an H-bomb, and she's like, Catwoman's like, no, if you kill him, he'll be a martyr. We have to destroy him and make him a villain to everybody.
Yeah, and I think it's like pulling from that, and so
that's awesome.
Land him in Arkham Asylum. Apparently the reason what was going to make it so expensive was Batman was going to have hallucinations throughout the movie of DeVito's Penguin, Carey's Riddler, Tommy Lee Jones,
and it was going to bring everyone back, and it was too much money.
Yeah, so they were going to bring all the characters from all the movies back, right? And he was going to have all these different scenes.
It was Schumacher too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the whole thing then would end up at the very end. Then he would face Jack Nicholson's Joker.
It sounded incredible. It really.
They weren't gonna. I think they were going to use it as like a, like a No Way Home. All the Spider-Mans reuniting. Yeah. They weren't going to mention anything about Jack Nicholson's Joker at all.
It was all going to be like canon. Like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. That did sound awesome.
Especially at the time. Could you imagine at the time?
Jeez, it would have blown fucking people's... Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't have been ready for that. I don't know if I'm even ready for it now, but I want it.
No. He's got an Apple Watch.
Yeah, I just love how, and at the time I was like, holy shit, Bruce Wayne has...
Wow, did you see Alfred on his hand?
It's like so bad as well how superimposed he is on that watch.
Yeah, it's just like...
I know.
It's just a still.
Yeah.
It's not moving at all.
The other car.
He's got the control of a surgeon, just not moving the wrist. Those wings, man.
Yeah, it's a bit...
The Schumacher Batmobiles are so bad. I mean, they work with what they're doing. It's like this neo-steampunk, like, gothic... neon nightmare. It's just, I mean, there's flames coming out for no reason. He's like idling. There's just flames coming out the back. He stopped. There's still fire coming out the back.
So there's a guy here that shows up in this army of neon dudes or whatever. I don't know if it's the leader guy who talks here or one of the other guys in the background. He's an actor called Michael Worth.
Seeing horror movies, you know?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but he was actually the runner-up to play Robin.
Wait, who was? Sorry.
Let me see if I can pull this guy's name.
Who was the runner-up?
Actually, as weird as this is, I like that he like pops it open. They're like, "You're not Batman." He's like, I like that because like as a little like as a kid, it was like, oh yeah, he's probably like 19 years old. I mean, he's clearly like 32 now. But
awesome. Thanks for coming.
At the time, it's like, yeah, that's what a kid would do. And these villains are a much more toned down version of what Pattinson fights in the trailer. Where he's like, I'm vengeance. And then I'm vengeance. He just like splatters a man's skull in front of everybody.
See, Dick Grayson is. They need to do Dick Grayson proper in a dark.
I want Nightwing, man.
Because Dick Grayson is awesome.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson
Nightwing
is a
superhero in his own right. He doesn't even need to be Robin.
He's Batman with friends. He actually like has friends and has relationships with people.
Nightwing's great.
Yeah.
And the Titan show was good for the first season, and then, man, you watched that, right, Aaron?
I remember.
I think you're the one who told me don't do the second, and I got through. I heard the third was better, but I can't finish the second. I can't.
Which
get
one?
There. I tried Titans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched
really
it.
Fun.
I remember watching that first episode, and
he's like, "Fuck Batman." It's like,
yeah,
yeah.
When that first scene or whatever, when he shows up and he's like, it's like, I would consider it anyway, at least for superhero stuff. It was like horror movie level.
Yeah. Like it was brutal and like
the fucking shit out of everybody, like
yeah,
basically killing people.
Yeah,
and he's just like Batman, and I was like, this is going to be the best show of all time. Oh my god,
the first season was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, holy shit! You talk about meandering in a plot, like nothing happens in the second, and anything that does is boring as. And I actually like that actor who played Grayson. Like, and everyone I liked in that. It just
Fun little story about the guy who played Nightwing, Brendan Thwaites, I think is his name. When I first started bartending in LA, he would come in and he was a regular, and he was like barely 21. He was young. He was 21. I was probably like 28, and we were talking, and I was like, "Oh, so what brought you out here?" He's like, "Oh, I'm an actor." He's Australian. He's like, "Yeah, I'm an actor. I'm from Australia." And I was like, "That's cool. How's it going?" And he was like super chill and super nice. And he's like, "Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, it's kind of tough. It's a transition." And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And I was telling him like, "You got to get into a class." And I was giving him advice because I'd been here for like 4 years at that point. And then literally like 6 months later, he's in a movie with Julianne Moore and fucking Jeff Bridges. I'm like, fuck like, me.
He's like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. But he was so cool. He was so chill, so nice. Always tipped really well. Brendan Thwaites, you're awesome. I hope you do really well.
That's what I've learned is that you don't have to be the most talented. Just be nice to everybody, and you'll probably keep getting work because people like hang out with you, and they don't want to hang out with an asshole all the time.
Yep. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get some water. I'll be right back.
Do it. That bat symbol in the background and Kilmer all sweaty.
I love like the background music and stuff there in those scenes where they're starting to like. He's like, I'm gonna do it. No, I don't care. I'm gonna be your partner no matter what.
See, I like all that stuff too because it's like, of course he wouldn't want anyone else to do this. Like I
just really felt at the time this was like so Bruce Wayne to me. I was like, wow, Kilmer is Bruce Wayne.
I mean, he's wearing the shit out of that tux.
Yeah, and he's got like the kind of slicked back hair and just
He just looks like a rich person.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's what the socialite of Gotham would look like. Oh, and here we go with Schumacher, just
like over the top.
Visual assault.
Neon everywhere and just crazy, like pinks and purples and greens.
I mean, that's his style of filmmaking, is just to assault you visually. Carrie has like 8 different haircuts in this movie.
I noticed that. I used to be always mesmerized as well because he's like in this scene now and he's got like that hair. And then
I think that's his real hair.
Yeah, and then like 5 seconds later, he has like this short, kind of spiky.
Yeah, like boy band reject type, like bleach blonde.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? Because I never questioned before.
No,
like, is he trans? His hair? It's not like a mask.
I still understand like the reason they did it, but yeah, I never thought like. Now I think of all the like things that go into production, and like I'm like, how did they like? Was that a wig? Did they like film these scenes out of order when he had long hair and they could bleach it? Like, and then this was the last scene they filmed when he grew it out. Like, now I have all these questions.
And like, I'm not even knocking it or anything, but like,
no, not at all.
For example, you know, if you were to ask the question, okay, so how does Edward Nygma transition from that hair to when he's the Riddler? How does he keep changing his hair? Because it's not like he puts a mask on.
That's the comic book logic that you just know.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah.
I mean, it's like the Joker in the first one. It's like, how did he like come up with all? I mean, just the he has a boxing glove that on like a thing that he just punches a TV. Like, if you really think about it, like someone had to set that up and get it ready. I mean, that's just comic book movies or comic books.
We were just talking there, JP, about Josh had pointed out how many different haircuts Carrie has in this movie, and I was just thinking, I was like, I remember at the time never questioning any of the logic of this.
Oh, none.
See, now I just know too much. Like I know enough. I obviously couldn't make a movie, but I know enough about what goes into it, and so now I'm seeing all these things, and I'm just. All I can think about is like the production team that has to deal with this, and the makeup artist that has to deal with this, and like all the things that go into it.
And he's dressed just like Bruce Wayne too. He's got the same glasses, same haircut.
Yeah. He is a great Bruce Wayne because he's handsome. He has he carries himself. He has
this like regalness to him.
Yeah. He has an aura about him.
Something I just noticed. Does Kilmer have a little small mole on his... Yep. And I just copped something now that I never noticed before. 2 seconds ago in a scene there, he's with that chick and he says, Jim Carrey is, and he says, how's my mole? Did they put
I didn't know that. Look at the Star Wars panel.
And I think, is that supposed to be like...
It's just buttons like without any words.
Yeah, and there was actually a quick scene a while back there, and I meant to say it to you guys, where I think he's in a Batmobile, and it's a similar thing. It just shows all these random flashing buttons that are just like flashing on and off.
It's a Star Wars thing. I love the theory that everyone in Star Wars is illiterate because nothing has words on it. It's all just colorful buttons.
It's like, oh yeah, I just know the button goes here, and
they all have droids to tell them what people are saying. Everyone's illiterate. And it's fun. The original Star Wars, before they did the special edition, there was English like on certain things. They changed it because there is a Star Wars language. It's all a bunch of like hieroglyphics, and they changed it. It's only on when Obi-Wan is shutting down the Death Star tractor beam thing. It was in English the first time, and then it's in all these squiggly, nonsensical.
I still want to know the explanation now. Now that I've thought about it, I can't like unsee it.
Yeah.
I want to know the explanation for how Edward Nygma has hair like that, and then 5 seconds later has like red.
I know, like the in-universe explanation.
Yeah.
I know. As we dissect movies, that's what we do. Like, and now I have all these questions, and it just, the show Jape and I do, like, a lot of times we go because reasons.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah.
nothing. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense because the story dictated it makes sense. But like all these movies would just get dissected by nerds on 4chan. They'd be like, that's not right. That's a plot hole. I didn't see him go to the bathroom. That's a plot hole. He didn't piss on the entire 2.5 hour runtime.
A lot of fans give this movie shit because of the portrayal of Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
I'm
not,
Tommy Lee Jones. Kills him.
I don't think it's even him. I think they just feel like that this version, I guess, of Two-Face doesn't sit closely enough to like the actual.
Well, he doesn't have the like back and forth.
Yeah,
like,
between himself.
That's the Two-Face thing is where he's like half the time he's Harvey, half the time he's Two-Face, and like it's like an internal struggle where he's like being a good person, like that cares about shit, and then this villain that he doesn't have that. He's going comic overly like over the top, which I'm fine with in this movie. But that's a good unintentional point. We haven't seen a proper Two-Face. Like you watch what was it? The Long Halloween?
Yeah.
Even before he's burned, he still kind of has the like two personalities where he's like, I'm gonna.
That
kill
happens
this
a little
person.
bit in The Dark Knight, where not so much where he's multiple personalities, but where he's unhinged.
Right, it goes from one to the other, but
it
doesn't have the toggle back and forth after he's had the accident.
Like multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, and that is a thing I don't think we've properly seen in any movie. Even, I mean, and it's touched on every so often in the animated stuff, but yeah, that's interesting.
I love that.
Watching him have this internal struggle while he does horrible things.
I love how ridiculous Tommy Lee Jones's hair is as well.
Just,
I do too.
I especially
my
this,
hair's
like,
a little like that right now,
where it's like
it just like goes everywhere.
You should do a Two-Face. Split your hair in half and like dye one side. Again, like it's just sort of like comic book movie. Like,
It's
oh yeah, I'm
perfect.
just gonna open this thing and just
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I have a secret hatch that my faceless henchman. See, I'm fascinated by the henchmen. I have a thing I'm doing for that, but I'm fascinated by just the faceless guys that follow these people. Like, why? To what end?
Yeah, because it's like I can't figure out what he wants. So what could they possibly want from him?
Right? Why are they following the psychopath
yeah.
that will like kill his own people?
I love this. He presses the button. It's like, yes, special bat cloak.
Oh, that like hardens it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Batman doesn't have to do that because his cave is fire resistant, but fine.
Yeah, I feel like that was
Oh,
just
yeah.
one of those like 90s edgy, like let's give him some secret button on his belt.
Right. It's a disdain. It's a lack of a thought that your audience has intelligence. That it's like, we gotta have like a button or something. Like that's a studio note right there. He can't just put it over himself and be fine. He's got to push a button, or people won't understand why he's okay.
Yeah.
No, we will. We do. We're good. He just gets doused.
Why can't you just die?
Die!
What's that from again?
Face Off.
That's right.
That's my favorite part of that movie, and that movie is amazing. When he hits him with the spear gun, and Nick Cage just goes full unhinged. His face is so contorted and ridiculous. Oh, Robin saved you from the gravel. Batman's biggest weakness, gravel.
He makes no attempt to make it easier either. He holds.
Yeah, he goes dead fish, and he's like, "Pull me up."
I love all this back and forth here, and like just like
Mhm.
the music in the background and stuff, where it's like,
Mhm.
I like Alfred working on him too. Like, I've been playing all the Batman games. I'm on the third one now.
They're so good.
Oh my god, they're so
The
good.
third one kind of sucks because you have to use the Batmobile way too much.
And that gets really, really fucking
It's so fucking
Mhm.
annoying. Like, there's this giant drill machine that like I had to like take him through all these predetermined locations that had mines for some reason.
Oh, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just? I was like looking up cheat codes because I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I hate this. I just want to be Batman and beat the shit out of a bunch of people because that's fun. That's why Arkham City is the best.
Oh,
I hope
City's so good.
Because it's like semi-open world. Like, I mean, it's not open world, but it gives the illusion of it.
Mm-hmm.
But no Batmobile. You're just. But I was really happy after that mission because the Arkham Knight destroys the Batmobile. I was like, fuck yes! I was so happy. Like, I know you're supposed to be like, oh no, but I was like, yes! I don't want to use that shit anymore. I'm sure it'll come back.
That stuff where you're going around the city and like all his tanks and all whatever, and it's just like,
yeah, the drones. And they make such a point of being like, this was unmanned, that you just murdered these people in a helicopter. It was a drone. Like, fuck off.
Whoa, that was some change in quality there. Whew. The image.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like somebody recorded on a camcorder.
It was a bootleg Chinatown copy. That's how I watched Team America World Police for the first time, was a bootleg copy that my sister got me because she lived in New York before me, and she gave me it, and it was clearly someone filming it.
That's how I seen Raimi's Spider-Man for the first time.
No shit.
So right, I got I have family living in New York, obviously, and they had got me this bootleg Chinatown tape.
Yeah, it used to be a big thing before like the internet was.
And
like, now you can just go to any type of torrent site and find anything.
And like she posted this shit home, dude, and like I live in a small-ish town. So like, you know, I would tell people like, oh, you know, I've got the bootleg of Spider.
Yeah, that was like a cool thing at that time. And it's like I got this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have like parties where people come over and like, bro, I got it. I got it.
How did you get
oh yeah.
And it was so bad. Like looking back on it now, I think I actually still have the tape somewhere, but it's like so I have no idea how I watched it.
It's like atrocious. You can hear people coughing in the audience and shit.
Yeah. I love that Seinfeld episode where he's so good at bootlegging. Like he does the zoom ins. He really takes it seriously. Like, I can't work like this.
I don't remember any of this.
Mm-mm.
Oh, show him fuck the bat. I think it's coming. I feel like it's coming. Whoops.
And if I remember correctly, I've seen a still of I think what you're talking about, and it actually looks like
it's like someone in a bat suit.
Yes,
like,
the bat looks like.
And it keeps going to like a close up of the bat suit and him, and he's just like, ugh.
Yeah, because it looks like the man bat standing behind him.
It's man bat. Mm-hmm. It is.
It's like a shot you would see like a female lead and a male lead do, where like the female's in front, kind of doing a stance.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucks a bat in his brain. Like, that's what happens. It's so fucking ridiculous. I love it. I hope we see it.
I mean, Val Kilmer's a great actor, and he's really trying, but it's just...
We got to do Heat at some point.
Oh, my God.
That movie's way too long, but...
It fucks, that's for sure.
Yeah, it fucks. That's the first movie I ever fell asleep during.
Really?
Because it takes
so
like
long,
an hour and a half to get to anything.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep during Natalie Portman being on there, and I was just like,
Natalie Portman's in Heat?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I may have just made that up. Let me look.
Was this in the original?
I think so, yeah. I remember this.
my kid, like nearly every week, I'll try and find something that like I find really nostalgic.
She
like
is
a superhero movie or something. It's like somewhat kid friendly.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
I think I had said to you guys before, like the amount of times that I show him something that I remember being like, yeah, I watched that when I was a kid, or I watched that when I wasn't that old.
And
Like, now I cringe, like even things like Addams Family.
Yeah.
Cringe and go, Jesus Christ! It's a good thing he's like really innocent because he doesn't. This is just going.
Yeah,
but
I have that moment. I don't have a kid, but I have that moment when I'm watching things with my parents. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You
just like,
that's even worse.
hey, you remember that time we did this thing? Like, look over here.
Like, I remember one thing in particular. I was watching, I had seen The Town already, the Ben Affleck movie, and my parents were like, let's watch The Town. I was like, sure. But I remember there's a scene where Ben Affleck fucks Blake Lively, and it's just like, it's literally maybe a 30-second scene.
Yeah, but it's just unbearable. It might as well be an hour.
I knew it was coming, so I just got up and went to the bathroom, and I just came out, and it was already done. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
So, Aaron,
that's why I don't watch movies with my parents.
So, yeah, I don't have a kid either, but I helped raise my nephews, and the first R-rated movie I showed them was Terminator 2. What's the first R-rated movie you're going to show your son?
That's a good question. I know the first I saw, and it was by accident.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I should be all right to say this. I mean, I guess we've already watched Terminator 2.
What?
We've already watched Terminator 2.
It's great.
Like,
I mean, there's no boobs. There's no boobs in it. There's no sex. Yeah, there's some violence, but it's mostly language.
Michael being dicks down in the first one.
Yeah,
he's. I mean, he's only 7, and it's like, I'll always start it off with like, I'll show him like a clip of something, like a scene. Like, here's an example. He's got an iPad, and he was like looking at Fortnite videos or some shit on YouTube.
Oh, you can see they've seen everything.
Yeah, like, right. And then I hear this like
they're so desensitized.
I'm like sitting there and I'm like drinking coffee or something. I'm doing something, and then I hear like like, wait a sec.
The Blade music?
I was like, what's that? And he was like,
that does sound like Blade music.
I'm watching this movie, or I'm watching something of this movie of this guy who's in Fortnite. I'm like, what guy that's in Fortnite? And he's like, a black guy with a black coat.
It was Blade.
Like, he's watching the opening scene of Blade.
In the Blade, the blood club,
yeah,
or whatever.
Like casual, and I was like,
the blood EDM blood orgy.
Like, why are you looking at this? The only bit he flinched at was when the chick, I think, turns to him. She's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and he's like, and he just looks at me with this like deer in the headlights. Like, and I was like, are you not like scared of like the blood and the vampires? And he was like, no, that's all fake. It's like,
see, that's awesome.
Whoa.
I would have been scared out of my mind.
I would have been scared out of my mind.
Yeah, dude. I remember, I think the first ever R-rated movie I saw was Candyman, and I genuinely believe that Candyman was real.
Yeah, like I couldn't discern. I was just like,
nope.
I
wondered.
I used to go to the video store and look at all the horror movies. I was too scared to watch them. I'd look at them, and I still feel this way. I'm like, how could people make this? Like,
yeah, like
how do they
remember
this fucked up thing? How do they spend? I mean, I didn't completely understand it at the time, but now it's like this. Like they have to take 6 months out of their life, maybe a year, to like make this. Like people are getting together and like shooting. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, because I used to feel like when I'd go into the video store, every time I would go in every Friday night, and I would always, I don't know why, because I used to be terrified, but I would always make it my business to go down near the horror section at the back of the store. But every time I went down there, I felt like I was going somewhere else. It was like, it was quieter. There was less people.
Yeah,
like
I was like in another planet, just there. Like I'd read the back, I'd see like Pinhead and like Hellraiser. I'm like,
Chucky.
it broke my tiny little brain.
Mine
and
too.
I apparently liked that.
I had this weird fascination with it too.
I did too.
Even
still
when
do.
Me too.
That's why I know what happens in every Friday the 13th movie, because I've read the synopsis, because I have to know. I don't want to watch it, but I have to know. I have to. I just need. I don't know what that is. The first R-rated movie I saw was I walked in this house from outside on our deck and my dad was watching Die Hard, and I walked in, and easily the most violent part of the movie. It's where the dude who's like eating the snacks at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he come and McClane, but it's later on. And McClane comes up through the door at the roof and just like eviscerates him.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I walked in. I walked in, and I watched this guy just get splattered. I was like, "What?" And he was just like, it's funny now, but he was like fumbling for it. He's like, "Oh no." I don't even know if he has that memory, but I do.
Do you think some of that stuff though has to do with maybe technology? Like I don't feel like I let my kid endlessly, be exposed to the internet or anything without me knowing what's going on. But I feel that they're able to
But he's
learn.
Still think about what you were doing.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's strange, like, because it's weird that he drew the lines between, I watched some guy playing Fortnite and he has this skin called Blade, and then somehow he tied that to Blade.
It makes sense to him. It's the tangible thing that he can extrapolate to this other thing. It's like, I know what this is. This is silly and nothing. So now when I see it in another setting, it's still that thing. He has that imprint of the first time he saw it, which was in Fortnite. So it's not scary.
I would die.
He's like, I know that guy.
I would die at that age, I think, if I seen.
Oh my God, at 7? Yes.
Same.
I saw it when I was 5, and I didn't go near storm drains for a year.
I would imagine so.
Exactly. See, he has context.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
So he saw it in a safe context that's not scary. So it's not scary when he sees it in the actual iteration of it.
And he also has you, who probably, even if you don't
realize, I mean, you talk
about movies a lot.
Those would have made me piss and shit all over myself.
Yeah, well, that's like he comes up here to this room, like, and he'll play my PlayStation 5 and stuff, and he has like no issues being
a 5.
The only thing that he doesn't like, I don't know if you guys can see that, the one thing he doesn't like in the room is that leprechaun bust.
No,
the leprechaun's upsetting. It's upsetting.
He's not.
It's like a little too.
Yeah, because when you get up close to it,
it crosses that line. It's like when we talk about stop motion, where it's just there's something about it that is unnatural and upsetting, and that is a practical version of that. It's just like, I know it's not real, but it elicits an emotion inside of you, a feeling that you're like, I don't.
What was it we watched there a while back, where we were talking about this with something to do with stop motion?
Stop motion freaks me the fuck out. Ed 209 is still the scariest villain of all time to me. I've seen all the Hostels, and we saw Martyrs. Ed 209 freaks me out more than anything.
Really?
Yep. It's not even close. Stop motion is just, it's an affront to God. It makes me so uncomfortable. I hate it. It's just the way it moves. It's not right.
So there's a scene here, or a clip, or whatever you want to call it, of Two-Face flipping the coin multiple times. And something that I didn't actually notice before, but I had come across it on Reddit that, like, lots of people, this was, I guess, to tie it into everybody giving out about how Two-Face came across in this movie. And, they didn't make him close to how his character is supposed to behave and all this shit.
Yeah, he's not close, but I love this.
He flips the coin here 3 times, right? And apparently the fans went crazy because he'd
never do that.
Yeah,
he does it once.
Yeah,
it's not a
and
best out of 3.
everybody went crazy because they were like, "Oh, he keeps flipping the coin so he can get the desired outcome he wants for killing Bruce Wayne."
He doesn't do that.
Yeah, so then I went digging further, and that's not actually, they never mention it, and it's just kind of in there. That's not actually what he's doing. He flips the coin 3 times to decide the fate of the 3 people there, which is Bruce Wayne and Chase Meridian.
For each individual.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
great.
know that. Yeah, because there's a clip with Joel Schumacher, and he's like, yeah, everyone went crazy about that. He was like, we put that in there as like a little small thing, and everyone thought we were
think you're just gonna
changing
get
the point of the coin.
Just get it.
Oh, that's good to know.
That's where this movie, in a weird way, I think it would have done better in the age of the internet.
There's a lot of
things like that could have come out, and there's like, I get that. Like, all angry nerds on the internet, myself included, all we want is like an explanation. Be like, that didn't work, and it's like, no, it's because of this. Oh, okay, I'm good now.
Did Jim Carrey just say joygasm?
I hope so.
He did.
Don't
after he blew up the Batcave.
I love his little question mark scepter.
So good.
Although I fucking hate the Riddler because I have to keep saving Catwoman over and over in Arkham.
And he's so annoying.
It's so frustrating. Annoying. You don't even know. Every time I'm like, YouTube video of how to do this, I'm like, I don't want to solve your goddamn riddle.
I
just don't. I want to beat some people up. let me punch somebody. I don't want to think.
Yeah.
Especially like the Batmobile races where you're like moving things over.
Nah, I'm good.
And then it's like you get it once. It's like, oh, do it 2 more times. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really annoying, man. And
it's like so obnoxious.
Myself at one point where I had like finished most things in the game. I was like, do you know what I'm gonna do just because I want to play? I'm gonna go around and find all those Riddler trophies.
Oh, I never do that. I'm so out on that. In all of the movies or all the games, like the ones that it's like you're the wrong character, you can't take this. Fuck that. I think I'm coming back as Catwoman to come find. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Polar Knights. Did you guys read this quote?
What?
As a barber, I like this podcast. It's every stage of beard growth.
Mine is like the prepubescent. You can't grow a beard. You have the Tom Selleck stash, and Aaron has like the full, like reasonable beard. Mine is it is.
It's a good beard.
I cut it way too short, and it's no good. I can't grow it. I know that, and that is a spot on interpretation. You do have a stellar like Magnum PI stash going on.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I don't have the balls to just. The only thing I grow proper is the mustache.
Do the stash.
Do it. I gotta get.
I'm telling you,
before I do it.
They're back, man. They are back.
I gotta lock something down before I do that. I can't.
I did it, and I got a lot. I did it when I was single too, and I got a lot of compliments.
I don't have the confidence in myself. I'll just like look at me.
See, I feel like when I look at somebody else, when I look at you and you have yours, and I'm like, that looks really nice. It's like groomed. It works. And anytime I've tried to do it, I'm like, wow, I look like I'm homeless or something. I just can't.
No, it looks good though. Yours is full. Mine's patchy as fuck.
Yours
is good. You don't have to worry about anything, Aaron.
Polar Knights.
JP, I mean, he's got this push broom on his face.
Oh, wow.
Told me if I get a beard, she'd grow a 70s bush, and after Googling and seeing what sadly can't be unseen baby face it is for me.
that would make me take a bic to my face so fast. I'm with you. I'm not a fan.
I'm not sure. Do I know who Polar Knight? Do we know who Polar Knights is?
I'm not sure. Like him. And whoever it is, make sure and subscribe, follow along, because we'll be doing these every week. So
yeah, Polar Knight, we love you. We love you.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen that 70s and it's not great.
Those are coming back too.
Yeah, I've noticed recently, like
This is a deleted
that's like
scene.
a thing, and I've never seen that before, and it's shocking when you get down there.
Oh, so he found his old journal or something?
I think it's his dad's journal where it talks about he thinks that it's his fault that his parents were murdered because he wanted to go see some movie or some shit.
Or no, he wanted to. Wasn't it the thing like too scary, so he left or something?
Yeah, something like that. But then I think he comes to the realization that that's not what happened. It was actually his dad's decision, so it's not his fault, and he doesn't have to blame himself or something like that.
This should get me through.
I don't know how I've never seen these deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong way. These headphones are far too big.
He looks way different there for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the bat fucking scene?
He said it's not my fault.
Yeah, it is. Here it goes.
Oh my god.
There it comes. Fuck yes. That's like an Evil Dead type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is
This
bizarre.
is insane.
What
His
the
dead
fuck?
eyes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What is happening?
They're giving each other bedroom eyes. I somehow undersold this.
Alfred is just in the corner.
Yeah, right? He's just in the corner furiously.
Oh my god. What the
Right?
What?
I thought I oversold it. I undersold it.
Oh my god. Alfred's like, am I interrupting?
It's unbelievable.
What did he say back to him there? Mine cut out as he... What did Kilmer say back to him? I'm Batman.
He was way too happy about seeing that.
Also, I would kill someone for that jacket. I think you can actually buy it from a prop store in the States right now. I think it's
that'd be great.
$10,000 just for the blazer.
The next time you come to New York, if you're not wearing that jacket, I'm going to pretend like I don't know you.
I'll get that. I'll wear that out.
Oh, yeah,
fuck yeah!
I will fight you to wear it out.
People would love it. Love
yeah,
it.
You put that together with your little accent, you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's green.
Moths to a flame. I love Alfred reading the riddles.
And I remember years ago as well feeling like I was like, oh wow, these riddles are so like edgy and like whoa.
Yeah, but they're just like nothing.
Terrible. Yeah.
You don't need Alfred in the Bat computer on your compact Presario, whatever the hell he's on.
His Palm Pilot.
He's on the tiniest little screen too.
Yeah, what's he supposed to be?
This little baby thing. That's a Bat computer. It's supposed to be like 6 screens like a trader would use. I do love those glasses that Kilmer has. He's the world's greatest detective, and he's just now figuring out who he is.
Man, maybe if you just watch your security cam footage.
He worked for you.
I mean, you'd think, I mean, yes, he does have Alfred, and that's all he usually needs. But he's got to have security cameras and security footage because he's Batman. He's paranoid. He's paranoid
as a super
fuck.
fucking computer.
Yeah.
It knows everything about everyone, everywhere.
What's up with the butt? That's a nice butt, but what's up with the butt?
Yeah, it's random.
What is Cap? Did he say about Cap? It's America's ass.
It's America's ass. Check out the Batwing, bitch.
I watched that recently. That does not hold up.
No, it's not okay.
PC wise, it does not hold up.
Nope. The entire premise of that movie is Ryan Reynolds statutory raping. So
yeah, no.
But best Batwing is 89.
Yeah.
And it should be corny, but it works where it goes up and it hits the moon.
That's so rad.
Good.
It's awesome.
It's so good. That shouldn't work, but it does.
But it does.
It shouldn't work at all. Oh God, this is like sewer sharks. What's going on?
I will
Sega
never.
CD sewer sharks.
I will never cease to enjoy in these like 80s, 90s, maybe even early 2000s movies with just the ridiculous, like, you know, something like a Batmobile or a spaceship or something like that.
It's
and
the PS2 cutscenes.
Ridiculous, like, hey, I've got buttons and switches and stuff everywhere for like no reason. I just love that.
So that's how you know it's high tech, you know.
So what's this button? This turns the AC up. What's this button? Turns the AC down.
Heated seats, bro.
Heated seats. Cooled seats.
Yeah.
It gets hot in Gotham in the summertime.
Pretty fucking fancy. Also, why does anyone live in Gotham when Metropolis is right across the river?
And it's looks
Metropolis
much
is
nicer.
like a utopia that's protected by Superman, and Gotham is this gothic hellscape that has Two-Face and the Riddler and Joker and everyone just causing chaos.
I normally wouldn't
horrible
do this,
place,
right? And I wouldn't show something like this on stream or whatever, but I keep getting these weird DMs, right, from I don't even know who or what or where, how this came about.
I'm excited
from
now.
Actors like that think I'm a director or something. And they're
Okay.
looking for help.
So you're just in your own little personal casting couch.
I just got a message, right? And it says, please, I am a boy of 23 years of age. And please, I want to be professional actor. So please help me.
What the hell?
Okay.
But this is happening.
I mean, that's a bot. And I don't get them for that, but
these like huge detail, like I'm an upcoming actor. My dream is to get on one of the biggest film productions in the world. I've chatted to most of the biggest directors in the world, but they don't really reply to me. But I know that this is my destiny. So please take me and train me to become
what I would do with
make
that
my dream come true.
Is I would say, actually, I'm Kevin Feige, and this is my burner account.
What is your phone number?
Do you want to be the next Daredevil? That's what I would do.
Hello, director. Please, good evening from Ghana, sir.
Yeah, it's
bots for sure.
Once you get enough followers, you get these weird things like that, and I have way too much fun interacting with them.
Shout out to Polar Knight for the follow.
Like when I'll get a clear like porn bot, it's like Ali 079246724. I'm like, and they're like, hello. I'm like, oh, hello, sweetheart. you're just some 40-year-old dude in Tajikistan, like just fucking with me right now. It's good. I don't feel bad about it because they take advantage of like elderly people and get them to send them a bunch of money. So I love wasting their time. It's fun. Because fuck them. If I had any living grandparents, I'd be pretty bummed about that.
Oh, I remember this.
No, the real
Holy rusted metal Batman.
I love that they came after him in the bat boat.
Kenny 525, what's up? Thanks for joining.
What up? Oh.
Who, me? This?
Drinking cooking oil?
Yeah. He's got some avocado oil. He's just slamming hard.
He's keto. He's hardcore keto.
Ugh. They're just on like a floating meteor.
Anyone who's listening right now, make sure to hit the follow, subscribe button or whatever, just so you'll get notifications every week when we go live.
Do it. We're going to do this every week. That's the plan in the new year.
Yeah. Get a proper schedule locked down.
Hell yeah. This is nonsense and I love it.
Again, what is the point in that sonar suit or whatever that is he has?
Is it
I
sonar
forget.
suit? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Like his new
that.
suit. Why does he have the new suit? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering how, like, he kept all the entire movie. He's like, you can't be Robin. You can't be Robin. And he just has
Yeah.
form-fitting, tailored suit ready for him.
Because Batman has a different suit here. It has silver. And I think it's supposed to be a sonar suit.
Well, they did attack with the Batboat, so I guess.
Because if I remember right, at the end here,
like glowing spikes.
His eyes, he has like these glasses that come down in the suit.
Yeah. He goes Zack Snyder because he loves the glasses. Goggles on everyone for Zack Snyder. This is a great Batman villain trap where it just the spikes go down to other spikes.
Kenny says Robin.
Oh yeah, Robin's he's a heartthrob.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it.
I think there was actually a version of this movie where he lets Two-Face die potentially there, or he steps on his hand or something and kills him. And then in the follow-up movie, the one we talked about with Scarecrow and whatever, they play on the whole Batman and Robin kind of not getting on anymore because he finds out that Robin killed Two-Face on purpose and all this.
See, that's an interesting way to go. Is Kilmer? No, Kilmer kills someone. I think Clooney's the only Batman that doesn't kill anyone. But I've been watching this and I don't know who Kilmer's killed.
I love how ridiculous the Riddler is in this movie.
That's so great. He's just on this throne.
There was a scene shot, and I don't know if it's like available anywhere, but when he turns around there, he's like the size Bane is in Batman and Robin. Yeah, he turns around and he's massive, right? It's like a joke size. And Batman's like, what? And then he presses a button on the throne and the body opens up and it's just a fake body, and then he steps out and he's skinny like that.
Oh,
I have no idea why that would even be a thing, but
I want that. He's Liberace right now.
I remember being horrified as well at the end when he fucks up.
His face gets all terrifying.
What is that even?
I remember that too.
What is it supposed to like melted or deformed him or something?
Yeah, it's like it over
too much information.
Yeah, it takes everything out of his brain that he put into it, but it takes more or something. I don't know.
Weird as well, actually, because he looks like that in that scene, and then at the end, when she goes to visit him in Arkham Asylum, he looks normal again.
He forgot.
I love the way he has that mask as well with the little extra.
It's all bedazzled and shit.
Yeah.
He's like in full Ed Hardy Riddler wear. This is very comic book. We got tubes full of people you care about. Now you have to make a choice.
I will say I did always like that about this, where it was like, you know, he kind of made it into like a game show. It did feel very cartoonish.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what they're doing, right? Again, it's all ridiculous. It's all goofy and silly.
It's like you said, like a dude, a billionaire dude dresses up as a bat. So, I mean,
yeah, I don't care how realistic or hardcore you make it. It's still fucking goofy. And no one will, and I love these movies, but no one will ever change their mind on that. I'm not wrong, and fuck you if you say I'm wrong.
He's got lipstick on as well, right?
Oh, he has to. Yeah.
He's got some Burt's Bees going everywhere.
Why do we need to gag Robin?
When did they? Did we even see him get taken captive when he got shot into that tube? Like he was a bit of like mail in one of those pneumatic things. Or when you go to the post office and you're a little too far away, you got to shoot it through. Is that what happened to Robin?
I think so. Him and Augustus Gloop.
I also love how
except he wasn't fat enough to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little beefy, Robin, and you'll be fine.
I love how he has that cane or whatever it is, and he's like, oh yes, and also this one special button that I've installed.
It's the magic button, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I needed to do.
I mean, he's got Bluetooth before Bluetooth.
This was the thing with the sonar suit, where he has those weird goggles in the suit, so he can like see in the dark.
It's the remote control Batarang from the games. That was the view where you have this Batarang and it's inverted, which is so fucking frustrating.
Oh yeah, when you have to fly it through like those different.
Everything's upside down. I push up, it goes down. I push down, it goes up. What are you doing, Batarang?
I have to put it in slow motion all the time.
Yeah,
that was the most frustrating part.
Realizing I could do that was a game changer.
Oh, here you go. Here's where his face gets all distorted.
That's so good. He's just so. What do I do?
Was that a shot of Nicole Kidman's ass?
It might have been.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny says Batman is goofy as hell.
Yeah, it's so goofy.
He is. Like, he's a billionaire sad about his daddy and dresses up like a bat and fights comical villains. Like, great. I'm fine with the making it realistic, but it's still goofy. It's still a comic book movie. It just is. There's no comic book character you can do that isn't. Doesn't mean it's not good or fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's two figures coming out for this movie by
For this movie now?
Yeah, Hot Toys are releasing these two high-end figures of Batman and Robin, and like it will cost me like $500 or $600 to get both of them, and like I've so many times I've been like, oh, I need those. I'm like,
the only hot toy I've ever been close to buying is the Ed 209.
That would be awesome.
The only one. I'm not a collector. I don't have stuff. That's the only one. I'm like,
I have too much shit.
Maybe I could spend $300 for this. I do like he just has a pocket full of quarters. Like he's on his way to do some laundry. I guess he kills him, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So silly.
Let me see if I can pull this up here. So I don't know if you guys
Oh, Batman.
See that?
Whoa.
Best Batman suit. What's the best Batman suit for you in the movies? Both of you. I know mine.
That shit, like.
Oh, here he is, where he's all. I don't know.
What's your favorite Batman suit?
Keaton's Batman suit is pretty good.
I used to love that.
My favorite is the Affleck. That's my best.
It is really good.
It's so good. It's like that gray, and it's so good. And the armor, the Dark Knight Returns suit. So good. That bat's off, right off fucking him and ready for mayhem. This is very Burton-y.
Oh, totally.
Did you notice they this was like the same set for the bank vault?
Really?
It was the exact same set. I know what that beeping is.
Of Batman.
I left the fridge open.
Uh-oh.
That's what that was. It's the same thing. That's why they cut it out. Because they figured we wouldn't remember from the beginning. It's the exact same hallway.
Dr. Burton. And then the guy looks like Tim Burton. I just
I like that.
I
like that. Just brooding in the dark.
How could I ever forget? Yeah, that's creepy.
There's actually something else that I wanted to pull up.
Do it.
Do it.
Show
What?
on screen. The let me see if I can get this up here.
Oh, they kiss. Oh, you creep, Alfred. He was just filing that in the spank bank.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, Master Wayne. That's so stupid. It's so good. Yeah, run in front of the bat signal for some reason.
Trick Geiger designed an unused Batmobile for Batman Forever, and it was basically whoa.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's absurd.
Whoa, that's amazing. And that's the movie. Wow.
Credits. Jon Favreau was on this. Wait, what? He's credited as assistant.
Jon
Favreau was in this movie. Yes.
Wait, really?
He's credited as assistant.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
He was in this movie.
So was Don the Dragon Wilson and Bob Zamuda. Oh, this is you too.
That would have
been that's so bad. It's terrible, Batmobile.
Like
it's fucking stupid.
I don't think I could get behind that.
No, that's goddamn awful.
Like I don't even like.
It's a little too crazy.
There's no explanation for that. It's just terrible. It's not functional. It doesn't look cool.
Yeah, he used the scissors as the inspiration for it.
Well, that was wrong.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why
not use I don't know, a bat?
Yeah, what you use as your inspiration is a dick, because that's what the Batmobile is.
Yeah.
Very strange looking.
Yeah. That was fun. That movie, I hadn't seen it in years. I can't even tell you the last time I saw it.
I fucking love that so much.
It's so good.
That's a good one.
So good.
It's very much its own thing, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was fun.
I wish I could see a better Schumacher after this, because he just went full Schumacher in the next one. Like there was like this weird bits of Burton in there. Man, he went off the rails on the next one.
Oh my god, he went full neon and
here it was like a dusting here and there of this neon nonsense. But
honestly, it's a pity we didn't get to see his third movie in that trilogy that he had planned.
Well, yeah, and the way it's been described is incredible.
But I
and he's not a bad filmmaker. Like he's made other movies that are good.
And that only didn't happen, I think, wasn't it? Just because Batman and Robin
Seal.
That was the reason, I think, behind it.
Remain alongside of me.
That's one of those songs that, even though
I love the Punisher,
I feel like
give me John Barenthal all day, every day. Punisher.
That the scene with him in that courtroom scene that he has in is it in Daredevil when he shows up in the
where he realizes like he's got to just go nuts.
Oh, he's so good.
Barenthal's the best Punisher, and it's not close.
Well, what is it? It's him, Tom Jane, Ray Stevenson, and Dolph Lundgren.
Honestly, Ray Stevenson is number 2. Like that captures the Punisher's essence. Like the Punisher's just a bad guy who does horrible things, and he just like he does mean horrible things.
Pretty much.
That's what the Punisher is. He's a bad dude.
Pretty much.
Not a good person. Oh God, what's it doing? No, I don't want to see these other videos. Sorry, Morgan. I don't want to see the rest of you. Holy hell.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was fun. That was so much fun. What's next?
What are we doing next week? Let's do something good next week.
You guys decide.
Let's see. It's January. I still want to do Krampus. I know it's not Christmas anymore. I still want to see it.
I'm down for whatever.
Or if you don't have ideas, I'm open to ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a good one off the top of my head.
I also still want to do 6 Underground. That's on Netflix. I've watched it before, but I don't remember anything. I remember it being really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
So I do that too.
I
mean, I'll do anything.
We'll decide something.
I've watched Martyrs with you in all the hostels. Like I'll clearly do anything.
Should we do like a straight up horror movie next time?
Do you know what I actually wanted to see at some point, and I don't know if you guys
Army of Darkness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can if you want, yeah. Another one I want to put in the mix is Spawn.
Oh,
Johnny Legs. I'll do some Spawn.
Oh, we might have to actually do like a podcast episode for Spawn.
That would be a good one. I typed in 90s movies, and that was one of the first ones that came up. And I was like, holy shit.
Okay, Spawn, we'll do that as a regular show. Let's do one of the Army of Darkness movies. I've never seen them.
There's so many like badass, but
or even Evil Dead 2. Like
movies.
Let's do them all. I'm good.
I'm just going down through like 90s movies here, and there's like so many like so good, so bad they're good. Just like
of course,
hacky, like just awful, but I love them.
Yeah, Spawn is definitely up there with one of those. Oh, Jeepers Creepers.
Paul Walker, baby.
Hell yeah.
That 90s Godzilla.
Oh
fuck.
That's rolling.
Whoa.
That's rolling.
That's
rolling, Emmerich. And Dean fucking Devlin. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another. I have so much nostalgia for that movie as well.
I hated that movie then. I hate it now. I'll absolutely do that movie.
Yeah, that was like one of those ones where like I actually don't like it. I think I thought it was like the idea of it I liked, and then I went to rewatch it like
It's so
years
bad.
later, and I was like, wow, this movie is not how I remembered it in my head.
I love that they had all these like requirements for the movie, like the people who actually own it, like the people in Japan. They're like, you can't do this, 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 and this, and then they showed it to them like right before it came out, and they're like, oh, you just ignored everything. We can't do anything about it. It's coming out in like a week. They're like, fuck. You just butchered this IP, you assholes. Fuck you, Roland. That's Roland Emmerich.
Do you know what movie I watched actually recently enough, and it's so fucking good? I forgot about it. Small Soldiers.
Oh, that's a
I've
Joe
never
Dante
seen that
movie.
all the way through.
We should do that'd be a fun one to do.
Yeah,
I'll watch that.
I was actually that's another movie where I think I watched it with the kid, and there's a scene in it where they get to the bedroom and there's like all this like strobe lighting and like weird shit. And I was like, you know what, this is actually like borderline scary, I would think, for kids.
Mm-hmm.
I
like
that movie I think was like marketed as a children's movie, but from what I understand, it's not at all.
Not really.
Yeah, it definitely veers on horror movie. It's a Joe Dante movie. Same guy who did Gremlins and Burbs and
Let's do Gremlins.
Yeah, it's like
let's do Gremlins.
That's another good one.
Or Gremlins 2. I'll do any Gremlins. I haven't seen Gremlins in years.
Well, if we're doing Gremlins 1, we have to do Gremlins 2 because I was afraid of Gremlins 2 till I was 17.
No.
Yes.
I was actually.
That was oddly one of the ones I wasn't afraid of. I was afraid of everything.
Gremlins terrified me for, like I said, till I was like 17, 18. I had this like
Gremlins.
There's a scene where he puts Gizmo in a drawer in like a filing cabinet, and he leaves him there, hides them or something like that, and then the Gremlins figure out he's in this office, and all the slime and shit starts coming out of the vents, and like
yeah.
All right, we had to do the.
That made me uncomfortable for so long.
Should we do Evil Dead, Army of Darkness?
The rest
first?
of the Evil Dead. Okay, we already did the first one. Let's keep it going with the next one, and then we'll get to Gremlins. Is everyone okay with that?
Perfect.
Making a decision.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's the next Evil Dead? I don't even know. Evil Dead 2?
Are we doing 2 or
Army of Darkness?
Evil Dead 2 is basically Evil Dead 1.
Just with better.
Okay, fuck that.
Better,
let's do Army of Darkness.
More money.
I'm gonna go for Army of Darkness.
Let's do Army of Darkness.
Hell yeah. I'm down.
Creepers. Yeah, I'll do Jeepers Creepers at some point. I only seen that there.
We can do that too.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space is my daughter's favorite. That's not
that's Peter Jackson, right? No, that's what is Killer Clowns?
Something
It's not Peter Jackson. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. You might be thinking Dead Alive. It's the Peter Jackson one, the zombie one. That one is fucking awesome. It's so good.
I'd do that too. But no,
that one's hard to
Army
find
of Darkness
for some reason.
Decision made.
I did listen to a Peter Jackson interview on Mark Maron's podcast. So he went back and redid, he did that Beatles documentary for Disney Plus, and it made him want to go back and not re-edit, but reformat all of his original films for like update them, basically, like Evil Dead and Frighteners and all those his early movies. So
I want to watch Scanners too. Fuck, there's so many movies.
There's actually another one as well that I want to put on the list for at some point down the line is Kevin Bacon's in it.
The original Friday the 13th.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Hollow Man.
Yes.
Wait, really?
Who did so much fun?
You know who directed Hollow Man?
Your guy.
Fucking Paul Verhoeven. I will do that.
I don't remember. Is that movie trash? But that's another one of those movies.
It's trash.
It's
trash.
I've only seen the end of it. That's why I never watched the whole thing.
It's trash. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's one we have to do. That one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Done.
Done. All right. Okay. We'll finish the Evil Dead shit. Army of Darkness. Maybe touch on Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Perfect.
Go from there.
Well, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Always.
I'll get the artwork and stuff done up. And it'll be fun. Oh, there's another good one.
Starship.
That's a top 5 movie for me.
Yeah.
Everything Verhoeven does, I love.
Yeah.
Give me RoboCop,
that might just have to be like
Troopers,
a podcast, like
round
Total Recall.
Some of them need to be podcast episodes, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Starship Troopers needs to be like a 4-hour. I have a lot to say about Starship Troopers.
I feel like that could even be like where we change the format for it, because that's such an important movie for us. It just should be like a roundtable discussion where we just talk about things we like.
I'm fine with everyone coming in as long as I get to talk for 2.5 hours.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, like I've ever had anyone else talking to make me stop.
Well, yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for listening and stopping in and stopping by.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, and just keep an eye on our social medias. You can see them there down below. Action Movie Book Club, First Class Horror, get everything from there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at Action Movie Book Club on Instagram, Action Movie BC on Twitter, actionmoviebookclub.com. Yeah, this is so much fun as always.
Peace.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.
Bye everybody.